Chris Doherty here, technical editor for the RV Travel Channel, and I'm joined by RV contributor and electrical engineer Mike Sokol. Mike, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Mike, we've got some unfortunate news here that just came off the wire. According to the Lee County Sheriff from Amboy, Illinois, 3-year-old Landon Gerald Keener was unfortunately electrocuted, and it looks like he was electrocuted from the skin of an RV. You've been following this story up a little bit. Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about it.
Yes, from what we know, it appears that he was electrocuted by what we call a hot skin condition. And this occurs in an RV when something's happened to its wiring system or grounding system, and the skin of the RV itself now has an elevated voltage on it. Could be 40 volts, could be 120 volts. What makes that dangerous is if you're standing on the grass or damp earth and you touch any metal part of the RV, you become the current carrying conductor. Once that voltage and currents goes through you, it can stop your heart.
We've talked about this before here on RV Travel. What can someone do to find out if they have a hot skin condition on their RV?
Well, two things. First off, I will say if you ever feel the slightest tingle or shock from your RV, that is a warning that something has happened to the grounding system and you do have a hot skin condition. So unplug immediately and get a certified technician or electrician to diagnose the problem. You can be proactive, though, and use something as simple as a Fluke Volt Alert, which we've written about extensively here. And that will light up and beep from up to a foot away if you just point it at your RV. So after any time I plug into any outlet, first thing I do is I pull out my Fluke Volt Alert and just double check and make sure I don't have any voltage. It's a very simple test.
Now, this apparently occurred in the backyard of a home. That brings to light something about plugging in your RV to an unknown source. Can you talk about that for a second?
Yes. I think many garages have improperly wired outlets, which you may never notice with a power tool. But when you plug your RV into it, all bets are off. The most expensive and modern and well-maintained RV can have a hot skin condition if it's plugged into a miswired outlet. So that's why I recommend that you have some sort of professionally installed RV outlet position on the outside of your garage or somewhere that's convenient, and avoid using those cheap orange extension cords to hook up.
Well, this is definitely an unfortunate situation. Hopefully some people will learn from this. Mike Sokol, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.